speaking from a P&L perspective. If you do like 5 to 10% of your media budget on creative alone, then you need to be efficient. You can't afford to come up with only a handful of creatives that need to do the job.
We hear many marketers saying, and maybe myself, creatives is everything. It essentially defines very often if a campaign makes it or breaks, right? How do you define a successful creative strategy in today's landscape?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about diversification, right? Diversification definitely being a part. You also need to talk about efficiency these days, of course. Speaking from a P&L perspective, if you do like 5 to 10% of your media budget on creative alone, then you need to be efficient. You can't afford to come up with only a handful of creatives that need to do the job, but preserve yourself basically as many shots on goal as you can. I think key still today, and here I'm back with what I just explained, is being fast. That's also why UA managers sometimes get a little bit anxious to put their concepts to the market. It's just like you need to have fast feedback loops. You need to have quick turnover times. If you see something sticks, then just go horizontal, scale it as much as possible, especially with all kinds of games that play like tabletop games, where you're steering a country basically through war over various weeks and months. You can really go very broad in terms of applying to very many different geographics and their respective country setups, if you like. So this is a key component for us, is having very many different variations from one well-working creative. And of course, speaking about quantity, you will need to make also compromises, especially if you want to have a decent amount of throughput. And I think you really need to stick to the 80-20 rule, and you need to accept that you shouldn't over-polish single ads, especially if you look at TikTok. This is usually not getting rewarded the right way. So just stick to your guns and be creative, as much as creative as you can be.